All right, apparently there's a lot of people that are struggling against the man coverage 3-4 odd. Absolutely send everybody blitz in Madden 25. And in this video, I'm going to go over exactly how it is that you guys can just absolutely shut it down. And it's actually going to provide you with some better blocking as well. Now, before I get into it, if you guys are new to the channel, do not forget to hit that subscribe button, like the video, comment down below, hit that notification bell so you guys never miss an upload. And if you guys got nothing to say, comment FTA. And for those of you guys struggling on defense, defensive ebook is down in the description. Learn to get some stops today. Now, 3-4 odd, any man blitz that's in the game, there's always some kind of tell whenever you guys are facing these kind of offenses in Madden. And a lot of the times, whenever people are running these kinds of blitzes, they're doing a couple things every single time. One of them is pressing their defense. Right? They press their defense, they take their user, whoever's on the running back for the most part, and they hover. And this is pretty much with every single formation where they're sending an all-out blitz. Now, these kinds of blitzes are extremely frustrating, and they are, you know, when they're blitzing in as heavy as they do, the result is usually very typically bad. Now, there are a couple ways that you guys are going to be able to pretty much slow this down or pretty much just dominate it in general. And one of the ways, we're going to go over two ways specifically, but one of the ways is exactly what you just seen there. And I'm actually going to show the instant replay on this so you guys can see it for yourself. So the cheat motion plays in Madden do a phenomenal job at pretty much allowing yourself to get a wide open man if people are spamming plays like this. If they are base aligned and doing things of that nature, this is not going to work as well, but it will slow it down a little bit. But as you can see, there's just so much. Look how much space he has. Usually the safety or whoever it is, they usually back up to actually guard this route, or just to be in the vicinity of where the route is ending up. But as you can see, we just allowed ourselves to get sacked. But this is how everybody pretty much runs this defense. They sit there and they hover here, and then that is why the cheat motions in this game are becoming so good and so prominent in everybody's game. The cheat motions are starting to take over. So again, the cheat motions are a great way to get some separation. As you can see, boom, touchdown, easy, right? Very easy, very simple. Now, there is an easier way to actually beat these blitzes. And now this is only going to go for people who don't adjust. And I'm speaking about people that literally press, take their user, hover right down. Honestly, this is 90% of the community that runs blitzes like this. They simply want the all-out pressure while making sure that their user is the one that's trying to make plays on the ball. So, how is it that we make this a little bit worse? Now, if you're in any trips formation, especially bunch tight end, trips tight end flex, any of these formations, there's one constant every single time, okay? There's one constant, and that is that the safety that's over the top is usually manned up. Usually it's like this, right? That's usually who's manned up on whom. Now, our job right now to confuse the defense, especially if we kind of see that they're sending this all-out blitz every single play, our job is to focus on who's manned up on who, right? So right now, this is how we have to look at it. Whoever the user's on, we're gonna focus and make sure that that guy is manned up on him, and now this guy is manned up on him. Now, how do you make this a lot worse for the defense? Well, I'm going to show you guys. All you have to do in a formation like this, motion hike the inside receiver. Now, as soon as I call this motion hike here, and I allow it to go all the way up top, I'm going to showcase the instant replay. That safety is still following him all the way over towards that right side. We don't want this to be the case, okay? We don't want this safety to follow him. What we're able to do out of formations like this is actually something even better that's going to get you guys some touchdowns, some wide open routes. It doesn't matter what it is, but you guys are going to end up playing a lot. You guys are going to play a lot better if you guys follow exactly what I do here. So as you can see, this guy's wide open on the motion hike because the safety is still manned up on him. Now, what happens if we take this safety, and I'm going to go ahead and put the tight end on an actual route here. Now, what happens if we take this guy who's manned up to that safety? Let's press. Let's do exactly how people send the blitz. Let's press. Let's do it all. Now, let's take this inside receiver. You know what? Let's move this running back over real quick. Let's take this inside receiver that we just motioned, that we know that safety is manned up on, and then we motion hike him inside. Now, look who ends up wide open. the tight end. Because as soon as you motion him over, I'm actually going to showcase this to you guys so you guys can understand it. So as soon as you guys motion him over and people are not base aligned, his assignment ends up changing. So as soon as I motion this guy, oh, I forgot he's in a auto motion real quick. So as soon as I motion him over, the person that's manned up on him changes. It has to change. They have to do a personnel shift, allowing the safety that's on that right side to be wide open. And if I motion him back, look who ends up on him. So as soon as I cross this over and I motion hike him, and I hike it while he's right above the offensive line, not only will this provide a little bit extra blocking for those of you guys who are getting absolutely screamed at, but it also changes the alignment of who is manned up on these receivers. So as I show this, I'm actually going to call hike. I'm going to try to put the tight end on a route here just to showcase it. So put the tight end or whoever's on this side on a short breaking pattern, and you will end up with a wide open person almost every single time. Simply because as soon as I motion this guy over, the safety that is manned up onto the tight end has to account for your route. So right now, I'm actually going to put the running back on here just to make it look like an actual route concept. And again, everything is pressed. The defense is showing the same way. Let's bring down Teo because that's how people run the blitz. And now I'm going to motion hike him, and it changes. Now X, wide open. And this happens every time when they're rocking a play like this. For those of you guys who don't know, this is bunch tight end. You can find this in the Minnesota playbook and the Seattle playbook. And it's one of the best plays. It's one of the best concepts that you guys can run against these guys that are spamming these man coverage plays nonstop over and over and over and over and over again. It is very, very frustrating to deal with, but this is one way that you guys are going to force your opponents to start adjusting. And then once they do start adjusting, that's when you can actually go ahead and put your tight end on almost any route, like a streak. Honestly, it doesn't even matter. It doesn't matter what route it is, but again, you have to know for a fact where the safety is manned up on. And 9 times out of 10, if they're running this man coverage blitz or any man coverage blitz, the guy that is above the safety is going to be the one who, the guy that the safety is above is going to be the one that you want to motion hike over. And as soon as he crosses there, you're going to call hike. And then the other safety that's supposed to be manned up on him, or even your user here, it's going to allow somebody to be wide open because, especially in a trips formation, let me go ahead and clear this out real quick so I can do this one more time. Especially in a trips formation like this, they need 3 people to go ahead and be manned up on. And you see how they're just hovered right above them. So you know exactly who this safety up top is guarding. So as soon as you motion this guy in, the assignment changes. So maybe he'll go and man up on the running back, or whatever. Doesn't really matter. But one of these 2 guys here and here has to account for that receiver that you put in motion. So again, this guy motions in, and then one of these 2 guys ends up having to be manned up on him, allowing the person that is supposed to be manned up on him completely wide open for a touchdown. And then it's all smiles. Why? Because we're scoring touchdowns and making plays. It's the name of the game. So this is how you absolutely dominate pretty much the mid blitz meta, the 3-4 odd meta, 4-3 even 6-1, anything like that where people are prone to running man coverage. This is going to be the best way to absolutely dominate that. My name is Pwny. My name is just Pwny now. I'll catch you guys in the next one, man. As always, 2 fingers, deuces, and peace out, you guys.